collaborations, programs, and active dialogue, we have helped Cebuanos to explore and understand their roots, and to use this as a starting point, a guide to move forward and define our futures. We are honored to have with us here many sectors and communities that Casa Gorordo has worked with in our 4 decades of existence as a public museum. The Gorordo family, represented by Ma'am Pipit, who has so generously shared their legacy, not only to Rafi, but to Cebu and to the many guests of the Casa Gorordo Museum who come from around the world. So thank you very much. The Barian neighborhood, its illustrious families, whose stories continue to ground and give life to the museum experience, and to Cebu. To Cebuano leaders from the Department of Tourism, our city, the province, and the tourism sector, the education sector, who recognize the importance of promoting culture and heritage as a means of social and economic development and well-being. The institutions leading the conservation of culture and heritage in our country, the National Commission for Culture and the Arts, the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, and the National Museum. Thank you for the many ways you have supported our programs throughout the years. The artists and creatives who have enriched and informed our museum exhibits and programs throughout the years. Cultural workers and professionals whom we have relied on to ensure the vibrance and sustainability of our museum. And of course, to the current and past members of the Rafi Culture and Heritage Program. So this reopening marks another milestone in Casa Gorordo Museum's history. The last 2 years gave us the opportunity to pause, to look inwards and reflect. As our museum went online, and with the original intent of our founders as a guide, we planned some changes to the physical house and exhibits. Our hope is that these changes open new doors to reconnect with a society and a way of life during a period in which the Kuan and years of conservation, the most visible change, the repainting of the facade, gives visitors a chance to see a house as
ensures sustained relevance of our brand.
Even those who
Our
pass
new
by
branding is guided with the principle of
can reconnect with this past
altruistic,
and perhaps
well thought
imagine
of,
the
and
colorful
engaging.
life on the street.
The experience is altruistic
The
since we were
museum
driven
and our
with
programs
mission
will continue to look inward and then
constantly
outward,
inspired with Rafi's spirit
provide
to make a
experiences
better
that
world,
bridge past and
disseminate and engage our visitors
that stoke
geared
the
towards
imagination
local
to
culture
experiences that are
with a
both high
long-term aim
resolution
of
and high
social
touch.
well-being.
Thinking of ways
It
we
is
can
also a
continue to
well-thought
connect people to their
experience to
story
ensure
and then take
parents
this
and
to them as they
organizations
move forward.
are truthful
This is
and
Rafi's way
research
of touching people and shaping.
We take efforts to engage and
We are
implement
grateful for your
experiences
presence
and
here today,
presentations
your
to
ongoing
communicate
support, and
effectively,
we hope that you
bring
return.
vibrant into actions
Good afternoon.
not just different
Madam Salamat, Ms. Maria Ortiz, President and Chief Executive Officer of RAI.
was to be engaging.
The Cebu City Cultural and Historical Affairs Commission is the policy-making body and primary agency that conserves, preserves, protects, safeguards, and promotes Cebuano culture in the city and is chaired by the Vice Mayor. A staunch advocate of culture and the arts, a government servant and lawyer, let us now hear from Vice Mayor Raymond Alvin Garcia of the City of Cebu.
Mayong hapon sa tanan. The advantage of being in the later part of the program is that you have to acknowledge everybody here. So, I will just begin with my short speech or message. Renowned Jamaican political activist, journalist, and orator, Marcus Garvey once said, "A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots." Today, we celebrate the reopening of our dear Casa Gorordo. I don't think I have to belabor much the significance of the Casa Gorordo Museum and the impact of its reopening. It's one of the last few remaining well-preserved colonial era houses in the country, or as we call it, Balay na Pisa. From its design, we can see influences of Spanish and perhaps Chinese, a blend of Europe and Asia, a characteristic not only apparent in the architecture, but in our own identity as Cebuanos as well. It also houses the different relics and tokens of a bygone era, which greatly shaped who we are as a people today. Thus, in behalf of the Cebu City Governor, our Mayor, Mayor Mike Rao, I thank and congratulate the Ramon Apoites Foundation for this noble endeavor in preserving our Casa Gorordo. And once again, reopening its doors to the public, ensuring that all Cebuanos, especially the youth, will have an opportunity to revisit our collective past by coming here. I think this is the closest thing we have to a time machine. And I hope all who walk through its hallways will find themselves reconnecting with our roots. After all, it is by knowing our shared history do we come to a deeper understanding of our culture and unique traditions. More importantly, by understanding our past, do we also grasp a deeper sense of our identity and pride as Cebuanos as we move towards the future. Now, I just want to invite all of you, the Cultural and Historical Affairs Commission of the City of Cebu. Of course, with all of your help, we will be having the first ever Cebu City Heritage Summit, which we will conduct on December 1 and 2. And I am very proud to mention this because the people behind it are here with us this afternoon. And I am referring to the CHAP commissioners. Can you please all stand up and be recognized and be acknowledged? I am very proud of our CHAP commissioners. Their passion, their dedication to heritage and culture is beyond question. Dr. Pax Pacanya, Dr. Erlinda, Attorney Maning Ligaspi, Architect Melva, Dr. Louie, who's the other doctor? Dr. Jobert. Wow, very outstanding individuals and very passionate and dedicated in this endeavor. So we will be holding it on December 1 and 2. Abangan ang among invitation and we are preparing for this. I must always telling people to invite me, to ask me to speak. And I will always say this, that if you look at Cebu City does not have the beaches like Mactan, like Camotes, like Bantayan, or even Argao and other parts of the province of Cebu. We don't have those tourist destinations such as white beaches. But what do we have? We have very rich heritage and culture which we should all embrace. And that is why I am very happy about this occasion, the reopening, because in our summit, what we are going to accomplish there is to come up with what we call a heritage charter. And in fact, in the heritage charter will be used as our guidebook in making ordinances that will preserve our heritage, that will preserve our history, that will preserve our culture. And one of the things that we will come up with is an ordinance creating a heritage district of the old Cebu. And this will be part of that heritage district. We have grand plans the city of Cebu, and we are counting on your support.